Next one, Finest Bay Area, Mr. Kustaa, Valtonen, please.
And the clicker. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kustaa Valtonen, and representing the Finest Bay Area Development Group. And we're kind of in a little bit different category than the other companies presenting here, because we're not a new technology provider as such, but we are approaching this from the tunnel perspective. So we are building the tunnel, and we're looking at the technologies that we can apply so that we can build the tunnel in the best, fastest, most cost-efficient way, and we can then select what are the best technologies, whether it's a train or Hyperloop or whatever, when we get there. So, our project is based on 4 stations, one in Tallinn, Ülemiste area, as has been discussed. We are planning to build an artificial island a little bit outside of Helsinki. Then one station in Otaniemi, Keilaniemi area in Espoo, and then the Helsinki airport. And we believe this is the most efficient and best solution. We have also been taking this into account with kind of the Finland side, southern Finland and Arctic side of Finland, train traffic planning as well. So we have linked our project very closely to the Helsinki Quickstep project that was announced last week with the results. I will be showing a short video at the end of the presentation so you get a little bit of idea how that works. One of the main drivers for our project is that we started to, with the very fine principle that we want to create growth, economic growth into the area, and basically enable a good future for different technologies and things like that. So it's not about the tunnel as such, but it is what the tunnel enables. So we can create many fine things when we have people and traffic being able to move. Here's a little bit more detailed picture. So in our plan, the travel time between the Tallinn station and the airport station will be about 20 to 25 minutes. We will build 2 tunnels with about 17 meters of diameter, and one of the tunnels will be dedicated to passenger traffic and one for cargo. This way we believe that we can maximize basically both business cases. Our tunnel is not dependent on Rail Baltic in any way. Let me make that clear. So not dependent on Rail Baltic in any way. We would be happy to see that happen, and we encourage and happy to participate in any work around that, but it's not a prerequisite for our project in any way. One important element, with regards to the growth and bringing the economic development to the area. So when we look at the station areas, and somebody said here already that there's this rule of thumb that you invest €1 below ground, it impacts about €10 above ground. So we are planning to build, or significantly contribute anyway, to all of the station areas where we see that we could develop about 50,000 new homes for people. So creating housing and creating work. And of course the movement of the people between the areas. How we plan to do this work. So we have been very open about what we do. We had an event here in Tallinn about 2 weeks ago. Peter was then talking, and we have planned to work with Chinese organizations, and they have developed some very fine tunnel boring techniques and machines. And here's one illustration. So the plan is to bore a 17.4 meter diameter tunnel. And we have been asked a lot of questions. How can you do it so fast? Because we've said that we will be finished by mid-2020s. And the plan is that we start to bore the tunnel from multiple locations. So starting from the island location, from both ends of the tunnels, and maybe some other places depending on how things progress. At the moment, we have started the discussions on the Finnish side about permits, approvals, licenses, things like that. And actually tomorrow morning, I will be meeting with some government officials to continue that dialogue. So from our perspective, we are doing very concrete things already to make this happen. I was very happy to hear the conversation today, all the mayors and ministers. To me, they share the same views about the development of the whole area. Somebody even mentioned the St. Petersburg as one missing component, and our project is called the Finest Bay Area because we see that this is a Bay Area, and St. Petersburg basically completes that. But the train connections to St. Petersburg we will look at later on. Now this is about the tunnel and about the station areas. So, thank you. Eva, we had the video, so can you please roll that? This was completed just this morning, but no sound yet, so we will be improving this one as we move forward. You can find it on YouTube. And we use the hashtags Finest Bay Area and Heart of Eurasia. So Kari, thank you for adopting the heart into the Finest Link project. I enjoyed that. And we have taken a very startup-minded attitude towards whatever we do. So this was an illustration that was done by a gaming professional. And here we can see how the Finest Bay Area tunnel links to the southern Finland train systems, and how we can improve and make those more efficient. And this is now zooming into the Otakeila area, so Keilaniemi-Otaniemi area, where we plan to build significant new real estate. Maybe one more thing to mention. So we have a consortium that signed an MOU at the end of last year. And it includes Pöyry, Fira, A-insinöörit. Pöyry, A-insinöörit are world-class tunnel builders already. Fira, one of the best construction companies in Finland and probably in the world to utilize the digital methodologies in how they work projects. That's kind of the group we are starting with. Of course, happy to have dialogue how we can expand and bring new knowledge also on board. But very confident that we can make this happen. And the good news is that we can do this profitably with the 50 million euros that we've said, and we can be ready by the mid-2020. And that's it. Any questions, anyone?